Hey guys, what's going on? I'm John Malecki, and in this video I'm going to show you how I built this modern end table. It features 4 side continuous mitered edges, a hand-cut dovetail drawer box, and a custom recessed metal drawer pull. Check it out. So I've got all of the panels down to rough flat. I'm gonna cut them to size now and then get them down perfectly smooth. The reason I did this by hand is because they don't fit in my planer and I don't have a drum sander. So let's get these things cut and smoothed up. So I've got a straight edge on one side. I'm going to rip the opposite end and give myself the bevel I'm looking for on the other side, and then flip it and cut it down the final length. The bevel's on both sides. That way, all the angles match and all the sizes are the same for all 4 panels. They're all gonna be 24 by 24. Pretty simple. So I have the drawer front pocket cut out. Now we're gonna cut a piece of metal that's gonna fit in here, and that's gonna become the pull. All right, one done. This fits up pretty good with some glue in there. This thing should be nice and snug. So take that out now and on to the next. Stake here, the dado for the bottom panel, I was supposed to cut at a 1/2 inch and go down. I accidentally cut it up, and that cut into my dovetail. So I'm gonna glue them up and see if I can patch that on the front 2 dovetails so you don't see it. If not, rookie mistake. So make sure when you're cutting yours, you don't do. All right, so check this out. This is not the way this box is supposed to look. So my friend Philip Morley on Instagram pointed out to me that I cut my dovetails backwards. So when cutting your dovetails, you want to have your pins be the half. So this would be a 1/2 pin and a 1/2 pin, and then have your dovetails be centered. I laid them out backwards and then literally cut them exactly backwards, like an idiot. So don't make that mistake. Let's keep going. No! Well, I'm an idiot. I put this drawer together. It's the right size, but if you look here, see this massive gap? That's not supposed to be there. So I'm gonna have to shim out the slide in order to make this work in the orientation I built it. Because I'm an idiot, this is how that drawer box should have been. And you can see, it fits perfectly with the gaps that are required for using these Blum drawers. Problem is, when you cut these notches in a bloom drawer slide back, I just can't turn it or that would be exposed. So, make some lemonade. Tomorrow. So sort of a blessing in disguise here. Because I cut these wrong, I had to run out to the store, grab some more maple to build another drawer box. So I'm gonna cut that one up the right way and get this thing installed. All right, so in order to clean up the base, what I'm gonna do is hit it with a flap disc on an angle grinder, get this all nice and smoothed out, prime it and paint it, and get this thing done. So this is the bottom, and because it's sitting on the ground, I wanna make sure all of these edges are nice and rounded over. So what I'll do is hit them with this 40 grit flap wheel first, and then come back and hand sand these. All right, I got everything sanded down to 220 grit, and then I wiped it down with a damp rag, and then I knocked that grain down with 400 grit. So now I'm going to apply some wipe-on poly to the backs in the drawer bottom, let that dry, flip it over, and then wrap this thing up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to see another custom furniture piece, I've got one queued up for you right here. I also want to send a big shout out to my sponsor for this build, Minwax. If you guys want to see more of the Minwax products that I love to use, I've got a link down in the description for you. And lastly, thank you one more time for tuning in. Go punch your next project in the face, and I'll see you on the next video.